As far as the Black Ops 7 leaks, we are honestly not seeing much good buzz, if any at all. We've got some interesting movement mechanic updates you may or may not have caught wind of already, but in this video, we're going to talk about a few other points that has the community raising their eyebrows. What will these leaks mean for the gameplay? We'll start by talking about the momentum behind the movement changes, then roll into a few issues that have sparked some serious side-eye. And I am making it a point to end this video on a positive note, so stick around. So yes, we have the movement leaks. First things first, the latest leaks are putting a spotlight on the movement system, hinting at the return of features like wall running and added some advanced mobility. Not quite jetpacks, but adding a layer on top of omnimovement that was introduced in Black Ops 6. Data miners have dug up code references that suggest a mix of classic wall running with that slick omnimovement we just saw in Black Ops 6. If these leaks hold weight, we might be getting a cool blend of old school acrobatics and modern agility, with some new tactical twists along the way. This combo could let players zip around the map in ways we haven't seen before, which might spice up both casual and competitive play, but at the same token, it can do the complete opposite. Now, while the details aren't official yet, you can tell the excitement is kind of, well, muted if you ask me. It sort of comes off as if the developers might have been over enthusiastic about these changes, and the gameplay preview isn't quite setting the room on fire. As we wait for more official word, though admittedly a bit more cautiously meh about what this really means. One of the biggest grumbles coming from the community is a rumored price hike. Word on the street is Black Ops 7 might be about $80. For a lot of us, that's like upping our monthly coffee budget by a whole latte. And I promise that joke was not supposed to sound as corny as it did. I seriously meant by an entire latte, by the way. The big question is whether this cash will translate to a good experience, or if it's just another game with a couple of extra moves and whole maps. When you stack it against previous titles, the skepticism is only getting stronger if you ask me. About a year ago, I was pretty geeked about Black Ops 6, but right now I am feeling a bit apprehensive about Black Ops 7. Players are poring over every little leak to see if the new mechanic upgrades are really justifying spending more, especially if it's only that, nothing to the graphics, nothing different to the audio. It seriously looks like we might be paying even more money for Black Ops 6 2, if that makes sense. At the end of the day, it's not just about the sticker price, it's about trust, and the developers have not been doing a very good job of making us consumers trust them. And for a lot of the community, the movement mechanics could be a double-edged sword. Again, the leaked wall running feature, sure, the idea of slick acrobatic moves might have some of us geek, but for many of us longtime fans, maybe you want to call us unk or 9-to-5 dads, whatever, there is a growing concern that too much flash in the movement department could throw off some balance in competitive play. Once upon a time, Call of Duty was kind of just run and gun, with the degree of being precise and tactical. Here recently, suddenly adding a burst of acrobatics might dilute that hard-earned skillful essence, if you ask me. If these rapid moves aren't handled carefully, we could end up in matches that feel more chaotic than strategic, which some argue that is already the case in Black Ops 6. It's almost like we've started to playfully nudge the developers to keep things balanced. But now we're getting upset, and I don't know, maybe we might have to just smack him in the mouth or something. Ultimately, it's all about finding that sweet spot between fresh moves and the classic feel that players love, if you ask me. Another lingering concern is how these fancy movement features will mesh with the current and nostalgic map designs. There are rumors that we are getting a lot of the OG Black Ops 2 maps, very similar situation with the most recent Modern Warfare 3 2023, and that game bringing back all the nostalgic maps from the OG Modern Warfare 2 2009. I do think it's going to be another case of that. Am I happy to play some of the nostalgic maps? Sure, but those maps didn't call for wall running, so that might be a little bit of a problem. A lot of the community may be wondering if our beloved maps can handle the unpredictability of wall runs and maybe even jetpack-like maneuvers without turning tactical battles into circus runs. There's a real fear that maps built for traditional play might suddenly become playgrounds for geometry exploits, like finding loopholes around every corner. It could morph into a free-for-all sprint rather than the traditional strategy we're used to. The idea of sudden map overhauls or updates doesn't exactly inspire confidence either. The community is calling for a thoughtful integration that respects the strategic layout of each battleground. In short, extra mobility should enhance the level of design, not turn every match to a chaotic carousel. A lot of people find these modern Call of Duty games brain rotting and super fast paced. And I do understand that's kind of what's selling right now. Everything just being so fast paced and everything just being super stimulating for people to enjoy it. But I think we need to leave that shit in other games like Fortnite. And another thing, this is a big one: quality control and bug concerns. a topic that always seems to pop up. We've seen our fair share of rush features and lingering bugs in previous titles, so it's no surprise that there will be some anxiety about bugs in Black Ops 7 following the same path. Last night, I was running some private matches with the squad, and we had this glitch where none of us could pull our knives out. Now, is this contingent upon that bug that was letting people wall run in Black Ops 6? I'm not entirely sure. Regardless, it should not have happened. Leaks hinting at a test code and unpolished mechanics naturally raise red flags. The community isn't just excited about shiny new features. They expect them to work like clockwork from day one. Let's keep it a stack. There's a lingering worry that these movement updates might end up causing more glitches than genuine gameplay thrills. It's a bit like promising a gourmet meal and ended up with instant noodles. Everyone is hoping that Activision and Treyarch will double down on quality assurance so the final product doesn't leave us with the bigger bug collection than good new features. And another thing is the nostalgia versus innovation debate. OG COD fans cherish those days of tactical positioning and pinpoint shooting, and they worry that a big focus on high-octane movement could steal the soul of what made Call of Duty what it was essentially. The debate really comes down to whether these flashy new moves will overshadow the gritty, skill-based combat we've come to love. It's not about adding new features, it's about preserving a legacy while refreshing the experience for a modern audience. While we all appreciate a good upgrade, there's a clear call for these changes to be integrated without tossing the classics aside. We essentially just want a blend of traditional COD while making things better. Now, I do really enjoy omnimovement. I am 100% glad that this is a thing of the present, but I think we could have just chewed on omnimovement for a couple of more years. Now we're adding wall running, and then it's also rumored in the next COD in 2026, omnimovement won't be a thing. So what exactly is going on here? It seems like COD developers are just throwing shit at the wall and not even seeing what sticks to us. They're trying to focus on what's sticking for them. And a couple of things I do want to add. No one asked for wall running. So what exactly is the purpose here if this isn't quite going to be a jetpack COD? Not that I'm ready for COD to go back to boots off of the ground. I'm not sure if I actually ever will be. Maybe that's the 9-to-5 dad in me talking, but I did hear that the wall running feature won't be super sticky like it was in Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare. It'll just feel kind of natural, I guess that's the term I want to use, and gravity will kind of do its thing and bring you back down to the ground after you are running on the wall. After hearing that, I think it's kind of just wasted resources, but that's just my take. Now, I know I said it at the top of the video, I do want to end this video on a more positive note. I am hearing some really good things about zombies. It almost feels like zombies is the main focus for Black Ops 7 as far as the innovation. The OG crew is supposedly coming back, meaning Dempsey and the squad are supposed to be making a return. And Transit is going to be getting a remake, so get ready to go ahead and yell at the bus driver again like we were all doing a decade ago. The leaks also hint at the biggest round-based map yet, which sounds both exciting and anxiety-inducing at the same time if you ask me. And there's even talk of multiverse characters, meaning we might see alternate versions of fan-favorite heroes or villains, maybe like that boy Brutus from Mob of the Dead, or maybe George from Call of the Dead. And another thing is wonder vehicles. That term suggests that we might be finally getting to ride in a glorified death trap. And last but not least, there is rumored to be 6 round-based zombies maps launching with Black Ops 7, which is a pretty hefty offering. Plus, a difficulty toggle might be introduced as well, letting players fine-tune their zombie slaying experience. So as far as zombies, I would call all of that a W. What's your take though? All that being said, what are your anticipations and expectations for Black Ops 7? I know these are all still leaks, but as of right now, things do kind of just feel meh other than the zombies innovation. Let's chop it up in the comment section down below. Here's 2 more videos for you on the screen though. If you want to keep watching, I'll see you over there.